When's she gonna show up in the movie?
Who's that?
Livewire.
I know. That's great, right? That's great. Randy Sloan says, I'm at work and need something to do. Thanks, Mario.
Glad you're here with us.
This is gonna be one of those shows that gets a lot of views later because people are at the movies right now.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I figured. So we're gonna let Motley Crue play for a little bit. Let them play Rod. We're gonna wait till we got a couple people on and let it go. Very Gary. We got special guest Very Gary out
Very
tonight.
Gary, yeah.
All right.
Actually, my books I'm showing off are direct from the Very Gary.
Really? All right. Crank this
They
up.
are?
Oh yeah.
I think it was a drunk auction, he said.
Yeah. One of the books I couldn't remember what the hell I bought from you.
Oh, dude, yeah, you bought. I think you spent like $50. That was like the first live sale you've ever been in. I'm like, what's this guy
Yeah,
doing?
well, I'm doing Thursday nights. Thursday nights are tough for me.
Yeah,
Very
I
busy.
do. I usually do Thursdays.
Very busy guy.
I can't wait till you start doing it on YouTube, Gary, I swear.
Yeah.
Well,
You had a lot of good
man,
books.
I don't know if it's gonna happen.
If you could have got your broadcast down, Pat, you would have had probably 50, 60 people the whole time.
Right.
Oh yeah, I usually do. Something was going on with Instagram that night.
Yeah.
Right. So good time to get started right now. What is up, everybody? It is Friday night. You are watching 3 Men in the Basement, and I'm your host, Otto, and I'm coming to you live and direct from the grotto. And if I am Captain America, I always have Mr. Tony Stark to my right-hand side.
I'll take it.
Right.
I'm Lex Luthor. I'm Tony Stark.
Tony Stark,
I'll
Lex
take it.
Luthor.
Peace,
We got
everybody.
a great night.
Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. And then if I am Tony, I don't even know who I am at this point, but I've got Nemesis Prime, a.k.a. Dr. Stephen Strange, coming at you live and direct from Jersey.
What's up, everybody? It's Friday night. If you've seen Avengers, great. If you haven't, it's a great movie.
That's right. And, of course, we have all the way from Wakanda, our boy, a.k.a. Black Panther. We've got our boy, Very Gary, the best hair on the IG right now. Very Gary, what's up with you tonight, my man?
What's going on? I don't know if I would have used Black Panther as a comparison, but all right.
All right, so there we go. So we've got the Avengers here.
You'd rather Black Widow?
Yeah. All right. So we are all talking. Obviously, we got lots of stuff to talk about tonight. We've got comic books. We've got CGC unboxings. But we all know that this entire community world that we live in is engrossed with Avengers Endgame. And what I think is really unique, and I do want to talk about this, out in the real world, other than comic book collecting, we all have jobs and stuff like that. I work 2 jobs. And I want to talk about a conversation that I had at a high school that I work at. We have 800 kids in our high school. And I'm telling you, from Wednesday to yesterday to today, the buzz between students, staff, adults about Endgame was it didn't matter. It didn't matter. And then I go to my second job where I work at a restaurant, and my Peruvian coworker who runs a salad bar, she's absolutely incredible, Marisol, she looks at me and she goes, in broken English, "You go to the movies this weekend?" My God, yes, of course I'm going. You know what I mean? I can't wait to go, which just shows us how much this movie is, has crossed so many different genders, races.
Yeah, it's transcended everything.
Right. So what do you think about that?
I think you're right. I think that no matter where you go, people are talking about it. No matter what people you're around, like you said, whether I'm at work and I got guys that could care less about that stuff, and they're like, yeah, I might go see it this weekend.
Right.
Because it's just such a giant pop culture event, and it's been so kind of built up. I think that, and of course, it's 10 years coming. So it's not like one movie came out and it became that big. People have been, all right, there's been these movies coming out and people are talking. Then this has been hyped up so big. I think it just transcends everybody.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Justin, what about you in the real world for you, man? If people have been buzzing about it, they coming up to you because they know you're a fan or
Yeah, well, I mean, it's different. I mean, I'm in a corporate office and I got women talking about it that are, there's like, oh, my kids want to go see it. I can't get tickets. So, I mean, it's completely, everybody's talking about it, and it's just something that you either got tickets prior, or if you didn't get tickets, they're sold out and you're trying to get them for some odd times that you don't normally go to the movies. But everyone, it's got a buzz, and it's got a really good buzz.
Right, outside of the whole comic book. Very Gary, the same thing for you? I mean, is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, I've been hearing it all over the radio. It's been everywhere. And I think the best thing Disney and Netflix or whoever made the decision, the best thing they could have done was put Infinity War on Netflix. Because if you didn't watch all those movies, now it's sitting on Netflix and you watch part 1, you got to go see part 2, right?
That's a great observation, Gary.
100%.
Like that was the smartest thing, whoever made that call.
Last night when I got home at 10:30 from my second job, the first thing I didn't last long, but I fell asleep. I put on Infinity War just to watch it.
Definitely over 20 people I saw post between all social media today watching Infinity Wars, getting ready to go see Endgame.
Right, absolutely. And it was so funny how on you guys, we're all Instagram, that's really where this all stems from, Instagram. There were so many memes about if you say anything, if you say anything. And I found it very difficult to pull away from social media for 36 hours for all the posts. Roger, how about you?
I've been staying away. It's easy to scroll because it's Instagram. It's Instagram, so it's a picture. If I see anything that looks like it's part of Endgame, I go right by it.
Right.
I don't know if it was a spoiler, but I don't even want to know.
Exactly. Gary, how about you? Social media, you been trying to stay away from it, or
once the LA premiere hit, I was done. I was off. I would post a picture and then not scroll. I didn't even scroll. I was off everything.
That's great. Justin, what about you?
To be honest, it was funny. It came up on my Facebook memories this year. I think it was yesterday or today. It was just like I'm back on social media after seeing Avengers: Infinity War. This year, I kind of did it. I didn't go off of social media, which was different. I was really all about like getting it off Facebook, getting off Instagram, getting off even YouTube, because even if you're not subscribed to anything like Avengers or whatever, your home screen always pops up and it's always got someone like pushing something that is your comic related. I just completely tried to stay away from it. But I saw like one pick, but it wasn't really anything major, so I was happy that I was not spoiled up until when I saw it last night.
Right, absolutely.
And I think one of the other things I noticed on social media is throughout the day, different clips of the movie were showing.
Okay.
Like things with Tony Stark, hugging Pepper, like that was not in any of the clips.
Yeah.
So I saw one of those, and I'm like, I'm done scrolling.
Right. So absolutely. So we have a few more things to talk about, but just to give everybody a shout out in the live chat, we got Geeky Swag Shop hanging out with us. We got David hanging out with us. Good as gold. Thank you very much. 3 out of 4 of us have seen it. Roger has not seen it yet, but he definitely
tomorrow
will.
at 5 o'clock.
Our boy Burke Nasty is jumping on with us, and Burke Nasty is eventually going to join us on 3 Minute Basement pretty soon. So he works in education, and he said he tried to stay away from his students who spoiled it. And let me tell you something. When I got into education almost 18 years ago, do you know what a student said to me for the first Bruce Willis M. Night Shyamalan movie? What was it called?
6 Sense.
What's that?
6 Sense.
Yeah, 6 Sense. He goes, I didn't realize he was dead the whole time. Like, if you couldn't ruin it any more for me than the whole time.
Wait, he was dead the whole time?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I think the other thing you got to look at, too, is when's the last time a movie broke the internet?
Right.
Like, you tried to get on AMC and the website was broken.
Yes, absolutely.
And you got on Fandango and you were in the key for, 30 minutes before you even were able to get near buying tickets.
Okay, absolutely. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is our CGC rating of this movie, okay? So with guys, and we have to only answer this in like 2 or 3 sentences, so just follow my lead. I'm giving it a 9.8, okay? 9.8, but a book that I will never trade, okay? That's how important it is for me.
Part of your
for
PC, never get rid of.
Right, so like, my X-Men #1, my Hulk 181, those are books that I'll never trade, but this is a modern book. I'm giving it a 9.8 modern, okay? But I will never trade it because that's how important it was to me. And this is what I'm going to say about it, because I was at the end of this movie, I found out after 10 years how emotionally attached to these characters I was, being it positive, negative, or indifferent. Okay?
Right.
So that's what I'm going to leave it at. You have yet to see it. All right. So, Gary, what would your CGC rating be for this?
Dude, I'm going to catch so much heat for this, man.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give it like an 8.5.
Okay.
It didn't crack my top 5. I personally thought Infinity War was better,
Okay. All right.
but I can't get into it. I
Yeah,
can't get into it.
gotcha.
I don't want to say anything.
Perfect. Okay, but 8.5 though. So like, my collection, you guys, I love books that are 8.5. I can't get 9.8s. I love 8.5s or 9.2. So Justin, what about you now? Justin had a little bit of controversy.
Yeah, there was some controversy. So when I got out, it went from an epic movie saying I said 9.9 just across the board. But then somebody, we'll say Professor X of the community, as I called him, he kind of, persuaded me on a lot of things. He went into my mind and taught me a lot of stuff. So I ended up dropping my grade down to a 9.0.
Okay.
And this is not coming from a DC fan. This is just coming from a comic book fan. There are a lot of flaws. I still think Civil War is my favorite movie of all these movies because I think Civil War is the Empire Strikes Back of the entire first 4 phases, whatever. Gotcha. I mean, it is the culmination. It is where the breaking point of everybody starts to break off on their teams. So
right.
Like I said, I think 9.0 CGC Blue Label, we're set again. Like Gary said, can't talk much about it past that.
Right.
So I'm very disappointed in you, Justin.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that you let somebody change his mind.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't think about it because I was just so hyped, like watching the movie. You're just like, there's too much going on, and
I do have to see it again. I will say that.
100%. Yeah. Right. So I'm definitely going to see it again. What I definitely think I missed is people have been telling me about Easter eggs. I definitely miss Easter eggs, and I do want to say though.
How do you see Easter eggs the first time around?
You can't. I did see this because of the timing and where we had, and maybe the 3 of us could talk about this. I went and saw it against my better judgment, right, in 3D. No, but I loved it, you guys. Dude, it was
that's
good.
Why you missed Easter eggs.
Well, that's probably why I missed Easter eggs because everything was so in front of you.
3D.
No, but I'm telling you guys, it was good in 3D because
you want to see one side of the screen, you got to turn your head.
Yeah, but I sat right in the middle. And so my point is I was pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed it in 3D. Doesn't mean I'm going to go see it the second time because I definitely want to watch it again. Gary, did you see it in digital surround sound? Did you?
Oh, yeah. Actually, the theater I was in was pretty weak, but you got to do what you got to do, man.
Right. All right. Justin, how about you?
I just saw it in regular, but definitely in the second time around is IMAX without a doubt.
Second time around is IMAX. Okay, good. Okay, so one more conversation about this, and we're going to joke about it. So he's talking about Professor X, our boy Mike from Jersey, right? Who he's come and hang out with us before. Mike is a very meticulous individual, right? So I'm driving. I bring the kids home. I do my parental things. I'm going to get dinner at the local pub, and Mike just texts me and says, dude, I just had a 20-minute conversation with Everett Jewett at Little Ev about Endgame, thinking it was you.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
What, on Instagram?
Yes, through DMing on Instagram because he had wrote something, Little Ev posted something, and Mike, probably real quickly thought it was me, and then DM'd him. And Justin, he goes, it was pretty much what I had told Justin, but yet I had a 7 or 8, sentence conversation until I realized, wait a second, this is not Big M. This is Little M.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Yeah. So very funny. So that was just cool, and it's really good because it's just a good buzz, man. It was good buzz to hear about this and stuff like that. So people in the chat said Burke Nasty gave it a 9.6. I agree with Everett about falling in with the characters. It was way better than Infinity War. Was great. 3D. No books shown. Confon Strange says he agrees. So Confon Strange is in the live chat. Thank you very much.
I'm not quite sure I needed this movie to know that for 10 years I am completely vested in these characters, their personalities, and their lives.
Okay.
And I think that's why I'm disappointed. Because I'm with you. That's why I was a little disappointed because this was it. This was the epic movie. This was the culmination. This should have been legendary.
And I think that those feelings, I don't think you really realize you had those feelings until Civil War. Then you're like, wait a minute, I can't take a side. You started to realize that you cared about these people, even though they're freaking characters out of the movie.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I think Civil War really did that. And then you look back and you're like, as I watch these movies, you become vested in these people as if they're real.
Yes, right. Thor, Captain America, Iron Man,
exactly.
Stuff like that, all the ancillary characters. So, all right. So that's our Endgame story. So
Korg, don't forget Korg. He's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, what's going on? He made a great appearance. He made a great appearance. Yes,
Oh,
yes, that's not a spoiler. Corey was in it, though. That
That's
made a great
awesome.
appearance. So anyway, so we do have some books to show off. Justin, what do you got for books, man? You just had a huge haul video, cheap plug on 3 Men in a Basement, where you spent 20 minutes.
He goes to Louisiana for freaking 4 days, comes back, and there's like 800 books waiting for him.
So, Justin, you showed off most of those books, but you got some books left over?
Yeah, I held on to some books. We'll do the raw books first, and then we'll get into the other bigger books. So these 3 books that I'm going to show you guys, I have been collecting my Batmans for quite a long time, and these 3 books that I'm now going to cut open. I should have had this pre-done, but I got these from Metropolis Comics. I made them an offer they couldn't refuse on 3 books. But so I have Batman number 102.
Metropolis Comics, like as in the guy, like what's his name from
Metropolis Comics? They're out of New York.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You hold on a second, because that's where I got my Hulk 181 and my X-Men from. You countered with these guys, like.
Yeah, man, they have best offers on some of their books. So
I tried that. I'm not successful.
I mean, I don't lowball them. I mean, but so again, I have a Batman 102, 112, and 113, which now completes Batman 100 to now.
Holy God!
Nice.
So Series 1 is complete. They're all kind of VG. They between VG plus and a fine. So just some really cool old school books. I of course look at like the best condition stuff. I'm looking for good covers and stuff that is attached and everything else. So this is actually first appearance of Fat Man in
Get out of here.
That's what it says on the label. First appearance of Fat Man, issue number 113.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't even open it up. Like I said, I just did this right now. So you're seeing the complete Batman 100, Volume 1, Volume 2, Rebirth, everything like that.
All right, hold on. Let me hit pause. Now, for what because I know you're a very studious individual, eBay versus that, I mean, did you get a better price? Do you think that, I mean, obviously, I think you got a better price because you bought it from there. But
yeah.
Was it more that? You know what I mean? Like,
well, Metropolis Comics is on eBay. And they also have their website. So, of course, they're a little bit more expensive on eBay because they're going to lose on fees and PayPal and stuff like that. And then they have their website. So they have whatever. Let's just say the price is $125 on eBay, $100 on their website. And then they have a best offer. So, maybe I best offer them $90, because, hey, $10 is $10 or whatever it is. So, but at the end of the day, like what I got on the 3 books was well worth it because and Pat knows, of our other 3 Men in a Basement. He knows getting these Batman books at the lower numbers, you're almost looking at least $100 a piece. So
$100 a book, absolutely. And you know what though? Doing this show, like being around you guys, like these Golden Age books are absolutely beautiful books. And I'm not a Golden Age collector, or like
I don't think I have one.
Exactly. I mean, Gary, do you see that too? Like the more and more you see different books, the more and more you're like, oh my God, that's really cool. Or
yeah, I need to see Golden Age stuff to be. I'm spoiled a little bit.
Okay.
I'm kind of like I need to see Golden Age stuff to be like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I have a lead right now with some Golden Age stuff that I'm like, wow.
Okay. Now, will you keep that for your personal collection, or will you try to sell
one book? If it all happens, one book in there, I will. I don't want to say what it is. I don't want to jinx it, but it is a Batman book, and it's an early Batman book.
Okay, nice. All right. So Justin, you got those 3 from Metropolis Comics. I know you got more.
Yeah. So I guess we want to go right into the CGC unboxing.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just say first, these are from New York Comic Con. This is now, what are we in, May? So these took 6 months. I will never ever press. I will tell you, anybody on Instagram, YouTube, do not ever press with CCS.
Dude, I almost got into a fight on Facebook with some dude about this.
Really?
100%. Yes, but I'll let you go. Okay.
So these books, here it is. There's 3 books. 2 of the books definitely needed to be pressed. Well, I'd say 1 definitely needed to be pressed. 1 was a maybe. 1 didn't need it, but you have to do it all together. They are all signed by J. Scott Campbell, because the way New York Comic Con does it, or even a lot of shows, you can drop off. They'll take him, J. Scott Campbell, at some point, and then he'll just sign him, and then they grade him, whatever.
Wait, but did you do the private CGC signing?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been doing that for the past, I guess, 2 or 3 years. I think that is the very best on a lot of these artists and writers because I just walk up to CGC, I give them my books, I pay the money for J. Scott Campbell, I do my invoice, and then I'm out. Like, I don't have to wait in J. Scott Campbell's line. Like,
I
nothing.
agree. Unless you really need to meet the artist or writer, that is 100% the way to go because those lines are killer, and you're limited at a show for time.
Absolutely. I mean, I've waited one time, I guess a couple of years ago when I really wanted to meet him at least for 2 hours for him, you know, and like, oh, he's coming. Oh, he's having lunch. Oh, he's coming. And I'm just like, I met him once or twice. I shook his hand. I've taken pictures with him. I'm done. Like if I need a variant or a cover, signed by him, I will drop it off. So again, as always, the 3 Men in the Basement, we do not look at grades. So I am going to be looking at these grades for the first time, signed by J. Scott Campbell.
Nice.
And I mean, this is discipline, right?
Yeah.
Discipline.
Yeah, it's not as easy as everybody thinks.
Yeah, wait till it's my turn.
Yeah.
All right, so get the first book is a Domino #1. This was the 1 in 50 variant. So this one
I like that one.
Yeah, this is actually a cover. It's kind of a cover swipe to New Mutants '87.
Definitely. Live feel when you go nuts over that.
So we are at a 9.6.
Okay.
All right. So this was a brand new book that I didn't need to press, but I guess even with the press, it didn't help anything because of, like I said, you have to press them all together. I couldn't press 2 and then just have 1 not pressed because I didn't. It would have taken more time than anything, and they would have shipped the 1 back. So 9.6 is not bad. It's really cool, signed in the red in the bottom. So,
it does look cool with the red, with the domino up top and then the sig on the bottom.
Yeah, everything really, everything red, and then his signature right down the bottom.
That's
really
actually,
nice.
That's very cool to be honest.
Did you get to pick the marker color?
No, I can't remember if I did. I mean, I just said maybe I may have written if you did red here, green here, orange, purple, whatever it is, but I can't remember if I did it. It's again, Gary, it's been since October of last year.
A while ago.
So what's next? The next one is, it looks like it is an Inhuman #1 with Medusa on the cover.
Yeah, I have that book.
Oh, you got that? Is I think it's like a 1 in 50. So this one's signed in silver, and we are at a 9.8. This book.
All right. There we go.
This was really good. This one definitely needed a press. I remember the back of it was a little torn up, so I'm actually happy that it came back at 9.9. I did not think this was definitely closer to like an 8.5, even 9. So really cool to have this in a 9.8. Just signed in silver. So that's
what it is. What I like about it, that's a great red cover. That's a lot of red, a lot of black. Medusa was a very powerful Inhuman. So very cool book.
Yeah, and it's good to see Campbell doing different, different characters other than the normal Spider-Man stuff, Black Cat stuff. So the last book I know it is it's Deadpool versus X-Force #1. This was I believe a 1 in 50 as well. This one is really cool, so we can check it out.
This book. You have this book?
No. I wish I did.
Gary, you got this book sitting on for sale?
I do not have that.
No,
what year is that?
2018. No, I'm sorry. It is 2014.
2014, right. That's right when I got back and everybody was selling it and stuff like that. Justin, what's up with that? Who did that cover now?
Campbell. All these are J. Scott Campbell. That's what it is.
Okay, I forgot that the third time you said it.
So yeah, it's got Deadpool, and then it's got the whole X-Force team, Domino, Cable, Warpath, Cannibal, and Boom Boom. So we are looking at a 9.8. Very nice.
I don't know who I hate more, you or Dave.
Very cool. Golden signature going down the line. That's the best place to put this signature because of the characters. So 9.8, very cool book to have. I'm
not a big J. Scott Campbell fan at all, but I do like that cover a lot. I like that. And I'm not even a Deadpool fan, and I like that cover.
No, Gary, I gotta agree with you. I'm not he does so much Spider-Man stuff that it kind of numbs me out.
No, I like his stuff.
Okay.
I really do.
I take Adam Hughes over him.
Yeah.
You can have him.
Okay, nice. All right. Cool. All right, good stuff.
So yeah, I mean, those are my 3 books: 9.8, 9.6, and the other 9.8. So yeah, I mean, definitely, I guess the press has helped because like I said, I knew that the one needed a press, and even the Deadpool book, I remember when I bought it, needed a press as well because of the there were some spine ticks, but they didn't break color. So that's why I sent it in as well. So hey, I'm happy. 9.8s and 9.6s.
That Deadpool's a very nice book.
Yeah, I love that thing.
So here's a funny story that I had. So Otto Grotto is my Facebook name, and you guys know that we are really just on Facebook to help promote this channel we are really Instagram born. Like, we are Instagram born. YouTube came after that. Now I'm on Facebook trying to help it out. So somebody writes now, like, I don't say stuff just to talk out of my ass, you guys. I mean, I do a lot, but I really don't when it comes to this stuff. Because if I feel I know something,
only at the casino, you land on your ass.
If I'm out at the casino, if I'm out having a good time, but when it comes to my comic books, my family, stuff like this, I'm 100% as real as you get. So somebody says something about the CBCS pressing services. Now, I've been back in this game for 4 or 5 years now. I know at least 6 or 7 good pressers. I know a bunch of pressers that I don't use anymore, right? But when I hear about turnaround time and stuff like that, I'm like, no way. There's no way I would send a big book or something like that to the CGC pressing service and then wait for it to get back because of the turnaround time. So I post this stuff on Facebook, and some guy replies to me, well, when was the last time you used it? Well, I'm not a liar. Well, I don't, but I've heard firsthand about the issues. And then he says, well, I came back and said it. So now I'm going through this discourse. Now this guy's got me like a fish hook, and I'm like, you're not going to get me wrong.
Yeah, but so do you think it's because of where it was submitted? Like, I submitted my ASM 252 with 3 signatures.
Yeah.
I had that pressed.
Right.
I got that back 2 months later.
Okay. Well,
Did you fast track it?
I did. Why would you not?
right. So my point is, right, exactly. So
you're right. I did pay the extra to fast track both.
Okay.
I fast track everything.
Yeah, I fast tracked the pressing, and I fast tracked.
Okay, right.
Oh, well, that's why. I mean, look at, like I said, mine was submitted.
You got those books. How long have you been waiting for them?
Well, I mean, October. You figure the second week of October is when Comic-Con is, and then he signed it that day. It got to CGC maybe like the next week. So you're figuring November, December, January, February, March, April.
Right.
We're looking at 6 months between CCS and then them grading it and sending it.
No, you're over 6 months, man, because it's the first week of October.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
And I got mine back in 2.5 months.
Right. So anyway, obviously, I guess what I just to say it, I think there are much better independent pressers out there with much better turnaround time. And I'm a little bit pissed off.
It's that. Do you get a better grade because they're the ones?
Point here and there, stuff like that.
I had a conversation with CGC about that, and supposedly, allegedly, I'll say.
Yes, allegedly. We like that.
The graders and again, I don't know if this is true or not.
Right.
Allegedly, the graders not only are unaware if they go to CCS or not, they have no idea whose books they are. So, like, let's say I'm good friends with the grader. They see my name. They don't get to see that information. So allegedly, I don't know the truth.
Yeah, allegedly, right? Okay.
Yeah.
What is this, New Jack City? Are they in there with freaking underwear? And
I know. No, you're right. So, but another thing, just to finish this conversation, I was really upset that this guy baited me into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Baited me into it. So
and
you know what?
And you took it.
And I took it. So
Hook,
that's
line,
it.
sinker.
So if you're following us on Facebook, thank you very much for
You
following
let the
me
guy
on Facebook.
fish you.
I did. He definitely fished me.
And you
bit. And I bit. So, but now I have books from CGC.
That's why you haven't been on Facebook for a while.
I know. You can help us out on these books?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So I have books, and I'm very embarrassed to say this, and I have books all over the place. I have books with this presser. I have books with our boy Chris Shaver. I've got books that I submitted to C2E2. I've got books from Pat Ray.
He doesn't even know what books he submitted.
I don't. But I'll tell you what I think is in this box. Okay? I'll tell you, I think I have a ROM number 1, which I bought from you, Very Gary, on our comic swap.
When did you get from me? Both of you guys are telling me you have stuff from me. I don't even remember, man.
I'm telling you.
You don't remember sending me books from a week ago?
That I do remember.
Okay.
That I do remember.
So I think I have a ROM number 1 in here. I think I have a first Dazzler, which I think I bought from you also, Gary, at the comic swap.
It's gotta be. What's your favorite book?
I have a Deadly Class number 1. That is a guaranteed 9.8 by our boy Nemesis Prime. He guaranteed me when I bought this book it would be a 9.8.
Oh, Jesus.
And you're gonna hold on to that?
All right. And other than that, before Roger sells the book, before Roger says what the book is, I'll tell you what I'd be happy with, ecstatic about, and maybe a 9/8 chop in between. So,
all right. So this is. Here you go. This is what I thought was going to use sentence. Okay. Eternals #1. All
right, Eternals #1. Probably.
Surprise, surprise. Everest has an Eternals.
Yes, Eternals #1. I think this is a Zap or a comic show. I'm thinking this book, well, I'll tell you what I'm disappointed with. A 9/2 I'm disappointed with. 9/8 I'm giving you a big karate chop. Wow. Somewhere in between, I'm golden. So where am I at?
9/4.
9/4. Okay. All right. That's what I thought. All right. 9/4. It seems like this is the grade of this book that's been going on. You know, I'm all about this book as far as speculating.
You understand you have more than one Eternals #1.
I do. That's why I'm hoping I get another high grade. Because, you can only submit more and then just hope you get a better grade. So, yeah. So, 9/4. I think this is my second copy of a 9/4. And my second copy of a 9/4 and my fourth copy overall. All right. Good, sir.
So another Eternals #1.
Okay.
Same thing?
Same thing. 9/8 karate chop. 9/2 disappointed. 9/4, 9/6 happy.
Well, I'm going to say, as one of your best friends,
yeah,
linear is gold.
Another 9/4. Look at this. Oh, my God. Stop it. Stop it. What are you going to do? So, my God. So, multiple comics Monday and linear comics hashtag will be definitely golden. All right. So, another 9/4. Eternals #1. I don't know what it's going to take me.
Now, you guys don't know your grades, but do you go back to check your notes?
Gary, I've done that a few times.
If we think there's an issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I think there's times where we're like, all right, well, that seems awfully low. And we've gone back and checked the notes.
Right. But, Gary, what I've done now is.
Their notes kind of suck, so
yeah,
at this point.
But, what I will say, though, that my Amazing Spider-Man #4, my first Sandman, the book is a 2.0, but this is the cleanest 2.0 I've ever seen. I don't even know. I have a 4.0 Amazing Spider-Man book that looks worse than this, so I don't possibly understand. So when I went to the grader notes to check if there was like glue or gum or staining,
right?
But it was just, the book was just dirty, is what it said. So yeah. So Gary, I have done that, but the thing with me is I'm all or nothing. So if I look up 2 or 3 books, I'm like, all right, that's $30. Another book's $40.
Wait, don't you have your own notes though? I don't get it. You just submitted all these books, right?
But I don't, though. I don't. Somebody else submits it for me.
Oh, okay.
I do not.
Because I gave you all the notes when I submitted for you those 252s.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Right. You know what that all said? Slight spine stresses. Right.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Gary, you think about all those New Mutants you sent in.
Yeah.
The notes sucked, right? They didn't tell you nothing.
They told me that I couldn't fix them by pressing it, and that's all I cared about.
But Gary, remember a whole bunch of books that we had said slight spine stresses?
No, yeah, but then there were light bends to cover every single one of our books, and they were all cleaned and pressed by me, and I put books in there with yours, and mine had the same notes, so I'm like, they must have done something there.
Yeah, no, I agree that the guy on Thursday afternoon before the Friday guy.
Blame Gary for that one.
No, I don't blame Gary. I blame the guy.
That one's on me.
They were just like, here, let's just put these books here. All right, what do we have next? Good sir.
Rom #1.
Rom #1. I'm excited about this book.
Wait, did you get that? That you got from me?
100%.
Why are you excited about it?
Because I will tell you why. Because I'm trying to collect all these comic books of toys that I had when I was a kid, and I'm trying to be linear. I have Micronauts #1. I have G.I. Joe #1. I have Godzilla #1. I need Rom. And let me tell you something. When I get this book and I'm ready to display it, I'm going to find the original Rom figure, which is one of the awfulest toys ever.
I don't even know what Rom is.
You don't even know who Rom is?
There's a generation gap between us.
Yeah, no, it's 4 years. But Rom
That's a generation gap.
Rom was obviously,
5 years.
Yeah. But the character itself was such an oversized character. His feet looked like duck feet when it came to a toy. So I could probably find a toy from anywhere from $100 to $150. Anyway, so this book, I want 9698.
No, it was high grade, bro.
It's high grade, right, Gary? It's high grade.
If it's not, you can blame Gary.
Well, no, but I would want
hey, I didn't clean and press that one.
Yeah, I was definitely pressed. I'm disappointed with a 9.2. So, guys, I want this book pretty high. So, what do we have here, good sir?
9.6.
9.6. Okay, baby, that's all right. I like that. We like that here in the ground.
We like that.
We like that. Now, this is a great cover right here of Rom. Rom was a lot. Justin, you don't know who this is, though, do you?
A little bit.
If I don't know who it is,
You don't know
he
who this
doesn't
is.
know.
I've seen that book a lot, but no, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know who this is. This was a
Cartoon
boring
toy, who
character.
knows?
Yeah, I loved this character when it came out. Rom, the Space Knight. He went after these aliens and stuff like this. He had really cool weapons, but they made a great toy out of it. And this is
Was that right? Like, is that you're talking? Is that right around the same time as Transformers and all that?
before?
Is it
before,
kind of like
2 or 3 years before it? At least 2
before
or 3 years.
Transformers?
Absolutely, 100%. What's unique about this book, you guys, is this is a Bill Mantlo story. I don't know if you know about Bill Mantlo, but 20 years ago, Bill Mantlo became a vegetable.
berries?
What's that? Bill Mantlo became injured, and now he's just like living like his brother has to take care of. It's a very sad story.
After he
After this,
okay.
after this, during actually was during his height of popularity.
Really?
Sal Buscema did the art. Frank Miller did the cover. And this is
Really?
the first appearance of Rom. So
Frank Miller.
yes,
huh?
absolutely. So 9.6, one of my childhood favorite items.
All right.
So I'm really happy to have
Can I
it.
interrupt real quick?
What's that, Gare?
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I was told from a source. All right. I cannot reveal my source, mostly because I can't remember his Instagram name. But he came and told me that I hope he's not watching because he said don't say anything, but I have to. His girlfriend or wife works for a toy company, like a big one. I don't know if it was like whoever it is, doesn't matter.
Right.
They're gonna be building a universe from these toys
From Rom.
on the big screen. You're gonna see
Really?
Ron, you're gonna see Micronauts, Micronauts, you're gonna see G.I. Joe, you're gonna see Transformers, and they're starting to put the pieces together to actually put them on screen together. So again, these are just rumors. So a book like Rom 1, you may start to hear whispers about.
Right, absolutely. Micronauts too, though. You know what I mean? So
Well, you know my stand.
we definitely know that. We definitely know that. All right, what do we got next, Mr. Rajah?
And real quick, I'm gonna jump in there and exactly like what Gary said. If you guys read IDW last year or maybe even year before that, they did that. They actually built in because Transformers is through IDW, G.I. Joe is through IDW, but they actually had a whole joining of the universes with Micronauts, Rom, Transformers, G.I. Joe. So like Rom was, with the Transformers for a good period of time in some of the issues. So like Gary said, I guess it's going to be Hasbro because that's who G.I. Joe and Transformers is Hasbro. So yeah, and to back up Gary, I definitely heard that as well as far as the movie universe getting.
Is that Rom from 1979?
No, this is not 79. This is I have to see. No, yeah, you're right. 1279. Yeah, I mean, I was 8 when this came out. Oh,
Micronauts was from 1979 as well.
yes, exactly. Right. And then Transformers came out, and then we had G.I. Joe. So those are all the books that I'm trying to get. All right. What do we have next?
All right, so this next book, every time I see it, it reminds me of Kiss Dynasty. And what book is it?
I have no idea. I don't know.
What First Dazzler.
Oh, First Dazzler.
X-Men
Yes.
130.
All right. This is a big book, you guys, for me right now. This is a big book.
I do have this book not slabbed.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah.
This book is a John Romita Jr. cover. So JR did this cover. This is 129. This is the beginning of the Hellfire
130.
Club. 130, right? I'm saying, well, 129 was the beginning. 130 is the first appearance of Dazzler.
Yeah.
Dazzler was a great character in the 80s. Absolutely fantastic. So this is Chris Claremont, John Byrne greatness. Gary, I got this book from you, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. I don't remember.
At the swap. For this book, I'm hoping for an 8.5. If it gets up into the 9s, I'm really excited because I'm trying to keep these later X-Men books kind of high, 8.5s,
What would you
9.2s.
be disappointed with?
Like an 8.0. Like an 8.0, I'm calling somebody. Like
I don't even remember the grade. I remember the.
I know. 8.75.
8.5.
8.5. Okay, there we go. I'll take it, baby. That's what I want. That's par.
8.5.
8.5. All right. So you look at this cover. This is a John Romita Jr. cover. This is everything great about X-Men. John Byrne, Chris Claremont, Hellfire Club. Just a great book. And you know what, Gary? For the price you gave me, we're on point right now, buddy. So
yeah, I think we did. We did that big trade, right?
we did. I gave you the first Kang, right?
Yep.
5.0, and then we talked about some other things. But yeah, so these books are coming from you, and you're definitely on par with what you're thinking. So I'm excited. So Chris Claremont, John Byrne story, John Byrne, Terry Austin, JR, first appearance of Dazzler. and the Hellfire Club. So just a great book. Honestly, God, I'm so happy. Just cleaning up, getting my X-Men and, decent grades where I want. All right, Roger, how many books I got left?
You got 3.
All right, 3.
All right, so next one, a little Jack Kirby love, Eternals number 2.
Oh, Eternals number 2. To keep everything linear, I'm hoping I get a 9.4 out of it.
That's first question.
9.4. I've got a 1 and a 2, 9.4. We'll see.
That's a 9.2.
A 9.2. All right. Well, 9.2 is an important book.
Take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. 9.2 is a very important book. You've got some first appearances, and you just got some Kirby greatness. So just another book that you're finding right now that I thought I could definitely sell and get a flip on if I had to get 1 and 2. But the good books.
All right.
All right.
Next one is your boy Peter Porker.
Oh, Peter Porker.
Barbie Tales number 1.
Yes. It's a funny story. I talked to my youngest Cristiano today about what we want to do for Terrificon, which we're all going to go to as far as cosplay. And I thought he would want to be Miles Morales or Peter Porker. But he told me today that he wanted to be Miles and then he wanted me to be Peter Porker. I could definitely be Peter J. Parker, the big one.
Yeah.
But all right. So I bought this book right off the rack when I was kids. This isn't the copy that I bought. I always thought it was a great idea. The fact that it's in the Miles Morales universe and stuff like that, I really think this is going to blow up. I honestly do. 9.2, I'm disappointed. Anything higher, I'm happy.
9.4.
9.4. All right, there we go. Nice.
Now, where did you get that from?
I might have bought this
On eBay or something?
Maybe a swap or something, or maybe an eBay. Like I have my original copy, but my original copy I bought off the rack. I've dinged up. I might have paid $50 for this. So I know 9.8s are pretty high, but 9.4, I'm good with it. All right. Is this Deadly Class?
Deadly Class.
Deadly Class. So I was guaranteed.
Deadly Class number 1.
Who
Who guaranteed you that?
The seller.
I don't know who sold it to you. But
The seller guaranteed
I believe I was the seller on that.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Nemesis? Was there a money back guarantee?
Yeah, but not a 9.8. I told him I would buy it back and the CGC price so I can have it.
Right. This was the first deal, right, at our comic swap.
Yeah.
This was like he would set up, I would set up, he said something. And of course, I'm enamored by the show. I absolutely love this show on FX. So I jumped all over it. And he told me, he gave me a great price. And I was like, give me $20 less on it. So he did it. So I'm shooting for a 9.8.
You roped your friend down $20.
I did. All right. So what do we got, Roger? 9.8, baby. Give me a 9.8. Give me a
9.6.
9.6.
9.8.
I love that. Karate chop. The 9.8 chop is in the house.
It's a 9.8.
All right. There we go. Justin is off the hook. He guarantees it. The 9.8 Deadly Class. Absolutely love it. Love the book. Love the story.
Yeah.
You
got off that one, Justin. Justin, you never would have lived that one down.
You sold that one really good, buddy. That was a good one. All right. So Deadly Class 9.8. Wicked psyched to have it.
That's pretty cool. Good
enjoyed
stuff.
the show from beginning to end. So we got 1.98. All right. There we go.
Good
Here
stuff.
in the
Good
grotto.
stuff.
All right. So
That's quite a guarantee.
yeah, that's right. When he looked at me, and he was on his third cocktail or something. So
My third mimosa.
I out of it. We had a
9
couple 9.4s, 9.6s. Awesome.
Good stuff.
All right. So at this point, Gary, we're going to talk about your haul and what you do when you get books back and stuff like that. So
Okay.
there it is.
So I don't have the willpower all of you guys do. I need to know what my grades are immediately to the point where I actually call CGC and say, "Hey, do you have my grade? Do you have my grades yet?"
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, Gary. They get posted and then you call?
No. So what happens is they'll know the grades before they're posted.
Yeah.
Usually, could be up to 24 hours ahead.
Really?
So I have no patience. I'm not a patient guy. Forget about sending shit to CCS. That's forget that. That's not even an option. I fast track everything. So with my unboxings, you're not going to get on my channel. I do unboxings too, but I don't get the emotional responses like you guys do. Because I already know the grades. So what I do things a little differently is I actually get the GPAs on everything. So when I show you the grade, the book, tell you where I got it, I also have a GPA, the average selling price for the book.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 books here ready to go.
Okay. Now, these books came from different collections, various places.
Yeah, I used to remember where they came from. To be honest with you, like some of these may have popped up in previous videos of mine. And like I've said in other videos of mine, like a really good YouTuber would go back and say, hey, go watch the video from this date. But I don't do that shit. I just say, you know, it is what it is. It's in a previous video. I don't remember which one it is.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
I do know that I don't know if you guys watched when I was on with Jem a while ago when I picked up that collection with the ASM 1.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do have the ASM 6 and 8 from that collection in here.
Okay.
And Avengers 3. So those 3 books were in here, were bought from that collection.
Okay.
Wow.
So those all came together. But I don't know. You want me to start going?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man.
all you, man.
Big baller books like that. My celebrity senses are going crazy.
All right. So the first book is actually on my spec list. A few people are speccing on this book, and the prices are still reasonable. And I have a feeling that the prices are going to come down a little before they go up again.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it, why and all that, but I just think the prices are going to come down a little bit. I could be wrong, but it wouldn't surprise me if they came down. So this first one is Fantastic Four Annual 6 in a 4.0. I don't know if you could see that.
Yeah.
There you go, right? It is a 4.0. This is the first appearance of Annihilus and the birth of Franklin Richards. I think Annihilus is coming, you know? So this is in a 4.0. And in a 4.0 right now, the GPA, and this is why I'm telling you this book is somewhat affordable. GPA right now for a 4.0 is 220.
Is it really?
Yeah. But that's all, but that's based on one sale.
Yeah, okay.
And it's trending down based on that one sale over the last 90 days.
Okay. Now, I know that this book is becoming more and more visual. I'm just going to say that. And it's a very hard book to find because, one, it's not a month-to-month issue. It's a square-bound book.
Yep.
So, agree with you 100% on all that, Gary.
And if you don't have a Fantastic Four 48, you've missed the boat.
Yeah,
they're too expensive. So forget that.
Right. But really, who owns them all? Like, Dennis owns them all. So.
Yeah, Dennis has all of them.
when he decides to open up the floodgates, you're going to be like, just throw, credit numbers at him.
The thing about the Annihilus book with me personally is even if Annihilus is not the big baddie, I can see him being a villain in a Fantastic Four movie, and I'm hoping that Fantastic Four gets a trilogy.
Yes. Oh, sure. Absolutely. 100%.
So you're talking about 3 villains. I can't. This is going to sound crazy, but I almost don't want Doctor Doom.
Yeah. Right.
We got a lot of him. So I'm hoping Annihilus shows up in either 1, 2, or 3 of Fantastic Four. Again, this is why it's speculation. I don't know if it's going to happen. I have no clue.
Exactly.
So again, 4.0 on the FF Annual 6 is GPAing at 220 right now. Based on one sale, it's trending down.
Wow. Interesting.
All right. The next book I have is an FF Annual 6.
Now, where is this book trending?
This book in a 5.0 GPAs at $250.
Really?
Trending up.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're going to spend $220 on a 4.0, you better spend $250 on the 5.0.
You better spend it, right?
You have to jump.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That would be silly. And again, first appearance of Annihilus. It's an annual. It's a square-bound book. It's hard to find in high grade. They were all red.
Yeah.
So, and it's from 1968. This isn't.
And that book that's Kirby, Sinnott, and Stan Lee all in that book.
Really?
I mean, that is the Mount Rushmore of Marvel bullpens.
Also, the thing about this book, in my opinion, too, is that oh shit! No, I lost my train of thought. Oh! If you're going to spend the money on this book based on speculation, I don't think you're going to lose money because you're still talking about a Silver Age key.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
You're not buying the Umbrella Academy #1.
Yeah, but this book is hard to find. I mean, I bet if I went to a medium-sized con and I asked 10 collectors how many of these copies they saw, if they told me 3, I'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
I now have 4 of them, and I came across 2 or 3 in the wild in like a 3-week time span. Never before, never after. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird.
Right. Interesting. Okay.
Book number 3 is another Fantastic Four. This book, where did I find this book? Okay, this book came in a collection. Shit, where did I find this book? See, I told you, man. I don't remember. Oh, this book also came out of that Amazing Spider-Man #1 collection.
Did it really?
Yeah. So the Amazing Spider-Man #1 was graded at, what was it, like a 2.5, I think?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
yeah.
There were 3 graded books in that collection. ASM 5, which is gone, that's sold. Justice League #1, which I did during Jem's first auction.
Right.
Oh,
And then it went for like $450, something like that.
Yep.
And then the ASM 1.
Right.
So this one came out of that collection as well. This is Fantastic Four 13, first appearance of the Watcher in a 4.0.
oh.
So this book, GPA's at $285 based on 2 sales. This is also trending down. This is a book, I don't know. This book was getting a lot of hype when the second Guardian movie came out because people were starting to speculate that Stan Lee was actually the Watcher.
The Watcher, right.
Gary, show that book again. We didn't catch it live.
Sorry. It's
Oh, yeah. That's where it goes, too. It's a great book.
Yeah, this one you don't see too often. I mean, it's not 4.0. I had a 3.0 once. I think I sold it for $350, and now the 4.0 is at $285. So, like, it is starting to trend down. And again, Fantastic Four, Silver Age Key, early Fantastic Four. You're talking about number 13.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely think that that's a book that people should be going after when they see it. Again, you know what? It's a great cover. People really didn't care much about the characters that they were talking about, but yet the Watcher became such a big character in the Marvel Comics universe, and the fact that they didn't even speculate that it could be Stan Lee. So, yeah, guys, that's a great book. That's a grotto
favorite. Do you think they would have went there if he didn't pass away?
Well, I think they hit it at it enough. You know what I mean? So,
well,
those are great books.
They should. Oh, thanks. You just wait. Hold on to your britches over there.
I'm waiting. You know me. I love me my Silver Age books.
So the thing about the Watcher, too, is we saw them in the second Guardians. I hope they don't make a joke about it because they would be cool if they did start appearing in Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
If we did start seeing them in the MCU as legitimate characters.
Yes, I agree with you.
So, all right, here's another Fantastic Four. So the first 4 books are Fantastic Four books. This is Fantastic Four 48. This first Silver Surfer and Galactus cameo. This book came in a collection. I don't know if I did I did do a video on this collection. It was that guy. He was a 90s vendor.
Yeah.
And I picked up, he had like, I don't remember how many long and short boxes, but he was a 1990s vendor. So he had a ton of Valiant, a ton of Image. I think I had like 40-something Turok #1s that came out of there.
Right.
This was in there, and it was actually in like his not so expensive bins because he had them split up to the stuff he cared about and the stuff he didn't. Fantastic Four 48 came back a 3.0.
Really?
Which it's not great. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was probably every bit of a 3.0.
Yeah.
But this collection, that was the collection with all the Deadpools.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Right. Oh, right. Gotcha.
This was in there. It's definitely a 3.0.
You know what though? I mean, when you hear about like these books now at these grades are what people are buying, and that's what I'm learning.
Because we can afford.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. That's funny you bring that up. Remember I told you if you didn't buy FF48, you missed the boat?
Yep.
A 3.0 is trending up, and its GPA is at $661 right now.
Christ's sakes. Oh, my God.
A 3.0, 661 trending up.
Yeah. I've watched that book because, those are the books that I do watch. I've watched it just go up over the past 18 months, man. That's unbelievable. Great book, though.
It's out of control. Again, this is why. So for put it this way, you can either buy FF48 for $660 or 3 FF annual 6s.
Yeah.
In the 4 to 5.0 range.
Good point.
This is why you should be jumping on an Nihilus.
Regulation.
That's why I like to hang out with you guys.
If they don't do anything with it, it's just worth toilet paper.
This is so funny because this is why I like to hang out with you guys because just hanging out with this and having this conversation makes me smarter, man. And I say that in every show that we do. Just hanging around makes me smart. That's a great point, Gary. Oh, my God. Brilliant. All right.
Well, and all of these will be at East Coast Comic Con.
Yes.
So here we go. All right. No more Fantastic Fours. We're done.
All right, we're good.
This is Avengers. I did just say this. Avengers #3. This also came out of that collection with the FF1. Avengers #3 is the first Hulk and Submariner team up. So I don't know, it's
Yeah.
are we gonna see Submariner? Are we going to see Hulk? I don't know,
Right.
But this book, you're talking about 1964, Avengers #3 came back in a 5.0.
Oh my God! You know what? I'm having a hard time picturing this cover.
Oh
Well, hold on. No, but the first one is obviously the first one. The second one is, oh my God, Gary, I don't know what I'm just dead in the water right now. I'm drawing a blank.
Well, you could look over here.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yes. Oh my God, Kirby greatness.
Yep. This is a Stanley story with Kirby on the cover and art. So he did some interiors too with Paul Reinman.
Yep.
But it is a 5.0, man. This is, I know it's hard to tell through the screen, but this is great. Yeah, I'm happy. So this book and a 5.0 based on one sale. So this book and a 5.0 sold one time over the last 90 days at $292.
Okay, I was gonna say 275-ish. Right,
yeah,
right.
Super early. And here's another one. With the success of Aquaman, if you're not buying Submariner books right now, you're crazy.
Right.
Because with the conclusion of Avengers, and I'm not going to say anything about the movie, but why wouldn't Submariner start showing up at some point?
I think everybody understands that if they're going to continue the success, they have to bring in new superheroes.
Correct. Agreed.
And you're just going to get actors who are tired of playing characters. You're going to have to get rid of people. So that's a good point, Gary.
Yep. All right. ASM #8. This book. Now, this book also came with that ASM 1 collection. The yellow cover, first appearance of the Living Brain, whatever. This isn't it's not a key issue, but it's just early Spider-Man. All right. This came out back a 4.5, which I was happy with this because I'm not going to say numbers, but I basically sold the ASM 1 for exactly what I paid for the collection.
Yeah, so I believe that. I believe that. It's unbelievable.
So
it's unbelievable.
Every one of these books that you see that came out of that collection is profit, except for the price of getting it graded.
Nice. Gary, before you do your next book, I do want to give a shout out to Discovery Bay Comics. He's we've been hanging out with him. He's doing a great job promoting us. And eventually he's going to come on the show and hang out with the 3 Men in the Basement.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Discovery Bay is doing a great
much.
job. We love the YouTube channel.
We really appreciate it.
So shout out to you. So thank you very much for doing what you're doing right now and just keeping it going. Man, Gary, you are killing it right now. What else do you got, man?
Well, I have a couple, just 2 others, but that, just so you know too, again, the GPA on the ASM 8, I had to do an annual GPA because there was only books, there hasn't been one sold in the last 90 days. What do you think the 8's GPA is at for a 4.5? I should have done it this way.
Yeah, for
this
that
would be more fun. It's not a key. It's just an ASM early.
No,
ASM.
no, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it's still early.
I would say,
anywhere
from like 350 to 425.
I say like 2.
Roger.
Yeah, I'm closer to the Nemesis, between 200 and 300.
306.
Oh, there we go. All right. So that's why you guys have more money than me.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 600 for it.
Yeah, I'll overpay for it. My God.
All right. So this next book may be a low-key spec book.
I'll take it.
People aren't talking about it, and I don't want to say it's inevitable, but we'll see where the MCU goes. This is ASM #6. All right. First appearance of the Lizard. We've seen him before, and Marvel does everything right. Disney does everything right. So we may see him again. This came back a 4.0, and this also came out of that ASM 1 collection. So I'm happy with that. Now, what do you guys GPA this at?
No, hold on a second. Everybody pause. Everybody pause because I'm hot on these books, and I'm paying more than they're worth. So, Gary, I'm going to tell you a blind bid for me on this book. It's a 4.0.
4.0.
I would say $600. All right, that's what I'm going to say. $600 blind bid. Either I'm right or wrong.
All right, what do you guys think?
4.0. 500.
First Lizard.
I'm gonna
500.
Go grand. I'm gonna go for 1K.
All right. So this is a 2-parter here. So the 90-day GPA is 629. with it trending up. The last sale was $800.
Oh my God! See, I'm telling you, that's why I don't win these bids.
So it's moving. Discovery Bay, you guys, I like this. You guys can get involved too.
This is good.
This is why we don't buy books without finding out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there you go. Dave said 750. Discovery Bay's at 800, and AG Surfer is folding.
Right.
That's funny.
Now I have one book left, and I don't remember where this came out of. It's another ASM book, Bronze Age. I bought, and I did I think I was on Jem's channel when I bought this ASM collection where the 13 came out of there. 2 Morbius ASM 101s came out of there. I think this came out of there. I had 2 of them. The first one came back a 9.0. All right. The second one came back a 6.0. This is Amazing Spider-Man 129.
Oh, really?
This is my third right now that I own at the moment.
Hold on, your third that you own for your sale, right? For sale.
Yeah. I don't have a personal one.
Okay,
If I was I'm a Spidey fan, don't get me wrong, but like collecting Spider-Man's got to be hard. There's a lot of keys out there, man.
And I think that book right there will forever be my White Rabbit.
Yeah,
I will never be able to afford it, and unless I win it in a raffle, I will never own it.
Right.
Well, you may have a chance at picking it up at East Coast Comic Con. Do you guys want to guess GPA on this 6.0?
6.0.
Oh my God!
I'll give you a hint. It's trending up because I don't know if this book.
I'm going to jump on this. 6.0 is 550 to 600.
No.
I'm going to say 1,200.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1,100.
Really?
It's actually at, if anybody out there, before I tell you.
Wait. I'm that low at a 600?
Yeah. Erod says 700. Dave says 1,200.
All right.
All right. GPA on the ASM 129 and a 6.0 trending up is at $801.
Wow.
Roger, you want it?
yeah. This daughter doesn't need a car.
No, my kids don't need to go to college.
I have the 6.0 and then I have an 8.5 and a 9.0. 2 of them came out of that one collection. I don't remember where the hell the other one came from.
Right. Wow.
It's just
my personal copy. I'm very fortunate. My personal copy I bought from FET on IG. I had it pressed. I had it cracked, pressed, and it came back the same grade. But Shaver and I noticed that there was like a little ding in it. That I think it brought it to the 8.5. So for the 8.5 though, but you know what though? I will say something about that book. That book is going to be, if not, it is, in my opinion, the second biggest book of the Bronze Age. Other than Hulk 181. Yeah. That book. And I bet if you look dollar for dollar where that book has jumped, it has mirrored where Hulk 181 has gone. You know what I mean? As far as like if it started, $1,000 less, it's kind of jumped. It's always kind of been a little bit behind it, but
I have 2 tiers in the Bronze Age. My tier 1 is the ASM 129, Hulk 181, and Giant Size X-Men. Tier 2, in my opinion, and it's barely tier 2. Don't get me wrong. Is first Moon Knight, first Blade, first Ghost Rider.
Right.
So Marvel Spotlight 5, Werewolf by Night 32, and what was my third one? Oh, Tomb of Dracula 10.
Yeah. Right.
And then Swamp Thing fluctuates, man, because that's a very expensive book.
Yes, absolutely. Which we're going to talk about pretty soon.
With the upcoming hoopla.
Yeah. So
it was an expensive book before that news.
Yes, absolutely. So Gary, you just kicked it with some big books right there. Anything else right there, or that's everything you got?
I mean, the only other things I have around here is stuff from recent collections. But what I also do on my channel when I do unboxings like this is I total out the GPA. Okay. So the total for all these books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, is $3,444 on GPA.
Yep.
If you watched my previous unboxing, because I was going to do all this together.
Right.
The previous unboxing video GPA'd at 3526. That was also 8 books. So between this batch of 8, the last batch of 8, everything comes to $6,970. Between the 16 books, that averages about $435 a piece on those 16 books. And all 16 books are going to be at East Coast Comic Con.
Right, absolutely. So East Coast Comic Con's coming through.
And I'm guessing that based on the collections you bought, the percentage of your flip is good.
Right.
Oh, I've got a lot, man.
Yeah. What about your excessive inventory, like your dollar stuff and your
All right.
like that? Like
So what I do is
What's up with your ASM cover swipe stuff? ASM 300 cover swipe stuff.
So what I do is when I purchase a collection, I break it down. I'll take the $5, $10, $20 books, and I have bins for those. And then I take anything over 20 that's I consider a wall book. Usually if it's on the wall, it's going to hit like $40 or more. That like $20 to $40 range, I just kind of do live sales and let it and auction it during live sales.
Right.
So, but what I also do is I pull out all the major titles. Punisher, Amazing Spider-Man, X-Men, Uncanny, all that stuff, all that filler stuff, everything, Detective, Batman, Green Lantern, but major titles. That's all $2 filler stuff. I bag, board, and organize all of that. Now, all the rest of that crap, which is significant, a lot of crap, I have a guy who buys it all for me in bulk.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what he does with it.
The guy that buys your crap is
Does he make wallpaper out of it?
I don't know. If he's getting $1 a book, he's doing well.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if he's getting $1 a book. I have no idea.
That's actually pretty good that you have a guy that'll take that crap off your hands.
Oh God. He just took 36 long boxes and like 8 short boxes from me. And then I came across this monster collection recently that I haven't even gotten yet, the whole thing, and I'm already back up to like 24.
Wow.
Longs.
Wow. I do want to, guys, I want to hit pause 1 second because I just realized something. For those of you guys who are going to the East Coast Comic Con, to Terrificon, there's a book that I think people are specking on because it's not a very important book, but the fact that you're going to get these guys together. I've been talking about this for a while. Fantastic Four, King Size Annual number 14. This is the first time Marv Wolfman and George Perez have worked together. All right. So I don't know if CGC is going to authorize that or say that, but this book right here is the first time that Marv and George have worked together at
That's official.
Marvel Comics. 100%. 100%.
What you can do is if you want that on the label and you want CGC to recognize that, you could put a Post-it note noting that, and they'll do their research on their end to see if it's true or not. And they'll put it on the label if they deem it significant enough.
Really?
That's what I did. Well, obviously, Roger doesn't watch my YouTube channel because I made a point of this during the Micronauts #1 video, is that when you submitted Micronauts #1 and it came back, it labeled first appearance of Baron Karza. Well, that book is also the first appearance of Bug, among other characters. Right. So when I submitted, I bought like a high grade one for like $25 on eBay just to submit to CGC and put the Post-it note on it. It came back. It came back to 9.6. I was happy about that. Right. More importantly, it came back on the label saying first appearance of Baron Karza and Bug. So from here on out, when you start submitting your Micronauts #1s, it's going to say first appearance of Baron Karza and Bug. Right, so if you want that book right there to say that, you put the Post-it note on it. If they deem it significant, they'll put it on that label.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's important. You know what I mean? So I've got 2 copies of this. It's going to get sent
you got one for me? That's very nice.
I do. High five.
All right. Look at that. What a friend.
But this book, right? People really could have cared less about when you see it, and the fact that this is the first time that they work together. And
that's the second coolest thing, getting autographed by Perez.
Yeah. What's the first thing?
First thing is my Deathstroke mask that Marv Wolfman autographed, and I'm bringing it to East Coast Comic Con to make sure that Perez signs it too.
That's awesome.
Put that bad boy in a case. And
awesome. So East Coast Comic Con's coming up. Barry Gary, you're going to be there, right? You're going to be set up.
I'll have a double end cap with over 150 short boxes of fillers.
Wow, good question. Here's a question: is CGC going to be there to CGC going to be there so I can drop books off? You know?
So what I understand is CGC will not be there, but there will be a facilitator there for witnessing.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine.
So you can go through them to submit your books and get your gold label.
Nice. All right. A lot of guys going to East Coast. We're pretty excited for it. We're trying to go on Saturday. Yeah. Justin, when are you going to go? Friday, Saturday? What's your deal?
I'll definitely be there Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
I'm not sure for Friday, but definitely Saturday, Sunday.
We'll definitely be there Saturday.
All right. So we're trying to do that. We've also got Terrificon coming up. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we're just trying to – everything is kind of coming together right now. So the 3 Men in the Basement's been going pretty strong. Really, like – kicking right now. Yeah. We're having a great time. So Gary, what do you got going on other than your big books? Other than shows, you're planning on being at East Coast and where else?
I'll be at East Coast and I'll be at Terrificon again. I'll have another double end cap, and basically whatever doesn't sell at East Coast will be at Terrificon, plus whatever I pick up in between.
Right. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. Don't you find that when you're in a drought, you're in a drought, but then when you get a collection, all of a sudden somebody calls you 4 days ago, you got another collection.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right?
I was in a drought for a month, which was fine. It allowed me to catch up. I was caught up. All my fillers were good. My wall looked great. Everything was good. And then I must have gotten 6 or 7 calls in a matter of 2 weeks. I'm not even exaggerating. And in those 6 or 7 calls, one of them was 68 long boxes. This other one was 10 long boxes. I've got a Golden Age collection and 2 Silver Age collections to just kind of work out. Right. So it's been nonstop. I've just been spending like crazy, which is fine. It's good.
But no, that's very funny because I just picked up, I won through IG, my first appearance of Hawkeye, which is a book that I've been very particular about. And all of a sudden I go to my buddy, Fred Carter, who owns KC Golds and Collectibles, and he's got another copy sitting right there. I'm like, look, I've looked through this book for like 2 years, and now I've got 2 copies right in front of me. It's just really funny how that plays out. You know what I mean? Just really funny how that works out. So, Justin, we got any variants coming up? What's going on with those?
I mean, unfortunately, there's no variant spotlight this weekend. I will be in Washington, D.C. for my job, for a conference that I go every year.
And it happens to be a Comic-Con one.
And then on top of that, which is really good, I am actually going to be, this is going to be a first-time show for me. Awesome Con is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I will be at Awesome Con on Sunday morning. So if you guys see me, hit me up. Or if you guys are going to be attending, definitely hit me up before. We'll meet up. Maybe we'll do some breakfast, and then we'll go right to the show. So that's what I got for the next week.
Nice. All right. So we've been kicking it with you guys for 75 minutes. We've been talking about comics, GPAs. No, everything is great.
A lot of great books. A lot of
great books. So moving forward, here's what we have.
Maybe in the future, Gary won't find out the grades.
That'll never happen.
We love it. That's why we keep it real right now. So moving forward, I'll tell you what we got going on. I have another statue coming. That's right, I do. I have another Shizo collectible statue.
It's all downhill from here.
Yes, we got some comments where people were holding the statue. And they're like, I started getting nervous when Roger was holding the base, So I have another statue coming next week. I have books from Rocket Comics. Roger has books from Pat Ray. What do you have coming back?
Yeah, I have
big books.
Yeah. Well, they're big books to me. Batman Adventures 12.
Yep, BA 12.
And ASM 101, First Morbius.
Yep.
Those are 2 big books. What do you mean big books for you? Those are legitimate big books.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not up to the scale of you guys, but for me, those are big books.
Your brother has.
My brother has an ASM 129. It's a lower grade. I guess it'll be somewhere between a 4 and a 5, but it's something that he bought when he was younger, and he's read it 100 times, and he decided he wanted to have it graded. So.
Right, absolutely. So so that's coming in. We've got that. Statue, stuff like that. We got free comic book day coming up. So it's just a great time. So we're going to wrap up everything and just, bring it all to a head and say thank you very much for watching. So on behalf of the Lords of the Long Box, on behalf of Three Men a Basement, on behalf of Very Gary Comics, on behalf of the New York Warriors, I am Otto. We have Roger Levesque.
What's up, everybody?
Bernie 1869 did not show up.
We
have Nemesis Prime.
We're very busy.
Very Gary Comics. We are signing out on YouTube tonight. Thank you. We are out. Peace.
Thank you, everybody. Peace. My best dress for